Welcome back, everybody, to Pop Culture Conspiracy. I'm your host, T. How are y'all doing today? And in this video, I'm going to be covering some of the latest political plays that are being made leading up to the 2024 presidential election. Before I hop in, please like, share, and subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let's talk in the comments. All right, y'all, I want to take this time to shout out fellow YouTubers Unplug 'em and Truth Unedited. Truth Unedited for confirming what I felt. When the presidential debates happened, I was like, wait, this feels a little bit early. And it's because it was early. They usually happen in September, but I think they just had one this month in July. And Unplug 'em is the man on YouTube who taught me about the black and white chessboard, which I'm really going to cover today. So shout out to them for just keeping people informed, because even I have things to learn. That being said, yes, I did find it strange how we were having debates so soon. It just seemed a little bit soon. Election isn't happening till November. But it's because clearly this is scripted and there's a plan already in place, and they have to move some dates around to go along with the script and fulfill the prophecy. So that's why this is all happening. Now, I think it's hilarious that the Democratic Party is now just wanting to acknowledge that Joe Biden is, probably not prepared for this job or not in the right mental space for this job. He has a right to get older, and he has a right to retire. They are actually committing elder abuse, in my opinion, by dragging this man all over the world. But I've always said I thought he was a cyborg, because he just comes off programmed. Again, I think his whole presidency is the powers that be trolling the American people, because this guy clearly doesn't have any idea where he's even at half the time. He doesn't know where he's at, what he's talking about, who he's talking to. And it's really sad because, again, this is a man who has a right to get old. He's worked most of his life. He should just be able to retire. Like, I don't even care about if you like Joe Biden or not. This is somebody who's just not in the right frame of mind and in the right health to keep working. He should be retired. Nobody should work until they die. That's torture. So something with that has been, again, funky the whole time. I've always thought he was programmed and, again, a cyborg, because he has different voices at different times and he has different faces at different times. So again, like, the fact that he hasn't completely blundered through the whole 4 years, he has had mistakes, but it's like lately is getting more obvious, and I think that's just by design, because clearly, again, they have a plan to try to usher in Kamala or, do whatever the hell they have going on. And I think some of that is aligned with the purge, and when they talk about the new founding fathers, because I agree, again, with some psychics who say they don't even believe there's going to be an election. I don't think there's going to be one either, to some extent, because it's just too much going on that has never been done before, which makes me think that they're going to do another big thing that hasn't been done before, which is no election. Now, Joe Biden has served his purpose. He has been incoherent and, damn near senile the entire time, but he has served his purpose. He has been the proper puppet to usher in a bunch of people who don't live in this country. He has been the proper puppet to funnel money to Ukraine, and he definitely is leading, I don't want to say leading the charge, but the Democratic Party is heavily involved in children and gender. So he's been a big part of that. You know what I mean? So he definitely has played his part in doing particular things that push, again, an agenda. And he has completely destroyed this country's economics system. Like, the economy is in shambles, and Joe Biden has been very instrumental in getting it that way. So just things that I noticed. Now, Kamala has been able to sit back and collect a really nice check to just sit and wait until they're ready to use her. That's what she's been doing for the last 4 years. It's just chilling until, like a good old broom, just in the closet till she's ready to, till they're ready to use her to do whatever they have to do. And now, we see her pandering to the black community. And that is why I made this video. because of the black and white chessboard. Kamala Harris is not black. She is mixed with black. But the one drop rule was created to keep black and white people adhering to the rules of the Freemasonic game. There is no gray. There is no blue, purple, pink. There are no other colors or game players in the game of black and white chessboard, or in the game of chess, than the black and the white. Chess is a game that involves black and white. Nothing in the middle, nothing outside of those colors. So if you just happen to lie in the middle, you're gonna have to pick a side that you align the closest with. And that is what people have been doing for the longest amount of time, because this is even talked about in English, in English literature, when they start talking about the trope of the tragic mulatto. The tragedy is that they can't exist in the middle. Most books, like older books that involve mulatto people back when they were still being called mulattoes, the mulattoes usually die in the book, because it's symbolic of the fact that they can't coexist between two worlds. Because the system and the matrix in the world runs off of black and white chessboard. You have to pick a side and stay there. I've talked to you guys about this with Tyla. That's why I said, in Like Clockwork, didn't I say she was going to claim to be black? Because she doesn't have the option to lie in the middle. You have to pick a side. There's a game going on. So pick your fighter and keep your fighter. Pick a side and stay over there. So that's what's going on here. Kamala, in my opinion, I don't consider her black. She doesn't have a fully black parent. She's mixed with black. She's not black. But they're going to position her to be black, because that's what they need to do to get black people to vote for her, especially black women. And that's going to tie me into Sonya Massey. Just let me get there. The Democratic Party in general works very hard to mind control black people. The Republican Party works very hard to mind control white people. Those are, again, more people a part of a blue party system. Because, see, again, the party system is also, again, blue or red. You can't be in the middle. That's why libertarians and all this other stuff, that's why they don't ever be on a ballot. They never will be, as long as we have the two-party system, because it's a two-party system. You've got to be either Democratic or Republican. Everybody that lies in the middle, you don't matter, because you're not playing the game. You're not in the game. So you're just on the sidelines, being a spectator. You're not playing. If you're playing, you're either blue or red. If you're playing, you're either black or white. So that's how this thing goes. That being said, the Democratic Party has a special interest in black people. They've always had. And a lot of people, again, who are affiliated with them are affiliated with black people. Notice how the Kardashians, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, the Carters, and many, many other celebrities who are affiliated within the urban community, the black community, they always, be buddy-buddy with the Democratic Party. It is not by accident that the moment Joe Biden endorsed Kamala, here comes Cardi B. Because Cardi B is not black neither, but she's affiliated with black people via her husband and her kids. So she plays the Democratic side. And at this point, she's not making any music, nothing that we want to hear. So her role is to just be a puppet, like most celebrities. She's a puppet being put in place, and clearly she got paid, because like clockwork, here she comes, making commentary on Kamala and Joe Biden. Because she is put in place to appeal and pander to black people, and thus her coming out, oh yeah, I've been told y'all I should have been Kamala. That is being done on purpose to manipulate black people into, again, wanting to support Kamala. Sonya Massey is another person who was sacrificed, in my opinion, to garner attention and emotion out of black people, particularly black women, because they're marketing Kamala as a black woman. And so they need black women to care about, of course, what happens to other black women. And this is all a play being set up to get black women to, again, want to support Kamala. Kamala is a typical politician. She's, on the side of who pays her. But Black women have all the money in the Black community. We are the only reason why Black people still exist, because Black men hate Black people and they wish they could eradicate the entire race. So if Black women did not continue to have children by Black men, we would be furthering extinction even faster than we already are, because Black men would have gotten rid of us during slavery if they could have. Black men are the main people who want to annihilate the Black race, even more than the Nazis. They want the Black race gone. But Black women are the only reason the Black race is holding on. We have all the education, we have all the wealth, we have all the childbearing abilities, we hold the mitochondrial Eve gene, so we actually have Black children. Black men don't. They don't carry the same genes as we do. And Black women actually care enough to go be activists for the race, whereas Black men do not really give their time and energy to Black causes like Black women do. So the Democratic Party is betting on Black women. They need Black women because the Republican Party has Black people, they have Latino people, and they have whites of all different socioeconomic statuses and backgrounds who are voting for Trump because they're tired of the crappy economy. And so the Democratic Party has to, again, manipulate Black women, particularly the ones, again, most of us, again, have education, have good jobs. We can go out and vote. A lot of Black men either don't care or they can't vote because they have felonies. So again, we hold the Black community up. So they need to get Black women emotionally and mentally and financially invested into Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party, so that way hopefully we can go out and vote for her. That's why Sonya Massey has been eliminated, because notice how every 4 years, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, every time there's an election, an unarmed, innocent Black person is unalived in the most absurd way, in the most absurd circumstances by a white cop. That is such a damn script at this point. It is so obvious. Like, they don't even try to hide it because it's a part of the game. They have to do something crazy to get you, again, invested again and caring again. So that's why we see, again, an innocent lady like Sonya Massey unalived. And now they're saying, oh, the cop who did it, like, he has a history of being, like, neo-Nazi and, blah, 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 blah. They always do that. The same play every time. The cop is always some closeted racist who had already had a history of, being crazy on the job. He continues to be able to work. He goes out and does something crazy, like harm some unarmed Black person, and now it's emotional outrage in the community. Like, just, they've done this a million times. So start to see through it. I'm not saying don't feel bad for these people who are supposedly dying. I'm just saying see that they are sacrifices to push the agenda. Because again, this is politics. This is the system. The music industry, the government, it's all intertwined. Hollywood, that's all intertwined. The medical industry, all of it. So the real magic is blood and sex magic. They have to shed blood and they have to, get involved in particular sexual acts in order to, make the magic work so they can get the results that they want. Because these people are not doing all of this stuff on their own. They definitely have some help from the other side and not the good side. I also want to say, let's get on the shooting at the Trump rally. Again, also another sacrifice to, again, push an agenda and to get the Republican people riled up. They, again, tried to attempt something on Trump's life, and somebody actually ended up passing away out there. And, of course, it was an innocent person. They have to shed the blood of the innocent in order for any of these rituals to work. Also notice how, again, other celebrities such as the Carters, again, Beyonce's mom, again, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, they're all just, so pro-Kamala, because all of those people, what they all have in common is they are, again, affiliated with Black people and the Black community. They're all boule, pretty much. the Black Freemasonic people. They're all affiliated with that. So they have to work to keep Black people in a certain mindset in order to push the agenda. The big agenda that's being pushed here overall is to get people to either get chipped or change their gender. Really, in the end, they want everybody chipped. But the blue side wants to push it through the lens of getting to pick your own identity. And then with Trump, he's really good friends with Elon Musk. So if Trump goes back into office, it'll be easy for him to push getting chipped onto his followers, because he has a cult following. And if Trump, is for it, and a lot of people like Elon Musk too, they can easily get a ton of people to take this damn chip. That's what this is all about. And if you've already cut your genitals off, then you don't mind getting chipped either, because you don't even know who or what you are. There's a Baphomet agenda, and I'm going to tie that into the Olympics in another video. But just understand that that's what the real end game is to chip people. However they got to do it, whether it's through Kamala, whether it's through Trump. Never lose sight of that. But you guys, I'm going to wrap up here. Again, I just wanted to go over how that Sonya Massey situation was nothing but a political play. And again, all these celebrity endorsements and all these endorsements from Hollywood for Kamala is all to manipulate Black people into wanting to vote for her. So just peep those plays that are being ran. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think is going to happen? I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala takes over Joe Biden's presidency for the last few months, and then maybe they do have an election and Trump gets actually elected. I don't know. Again, a lot of psychics can't see an election happening at all, but I don't go off of psychics. I mean, I hear what they say. I take it with a grain of salt, but I don't take it as 100% facts and truth. So we'll see what happens. But again, let's talk in the comments. What do you think is going to happen? Bye.